காரணம் கேட்காத அரசியல் அவ்வளவுதான்.
பிரபலங்கள அநாகரிகமா பேசுறது நாகரிகமாயிட்டு வருதுன்னு சொல்றாரு. அதை பத்தி உங்களோட
அந்த கருத்தை நான் ஏற்கிறேன்.
Well, I say that it's a very scary time for young men in America when you can be guilty of something that you may not be guilty of. This is a very difficult time.
யார் மேல வேணாலும் என்ன மாதிரியான குற்றச்சாட்டுங்க சொல்லலாம்ங்கிறது எந்த விதத்தில் நியாயமா இருக்கும்?
You could be somebody that was perfect your entire life and somebody could accuse you of something and you're automatically guilty. But in this realm, you are truly guilty until proven innocent. That's one of the very bad things that's taking place right now.
இப்போ நீங்கள் இவர் ஒருத்தர் மேலே பதிவை போட்டுடலாம். அவர் ஒருவேளை அச்சப்பட்டு குடும்பத்தில் அசிங்கமாயிருச்சுன்னா அவர் தற்கொலை பண்ணி சாகலாம். அந்த பேராபத்து இருக்கு.
இன்னும் மோசமான நிலைமைகளை இந்த சமூகம் சந்திக்க போகுதுங்கிறதுக்கான அறிகுறி தான் வைரமுத்து போன்ற ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு ஆளுமை மிக்க தமிழ் உணர்வாளர்கள் மீது இப்படி ஆண்டாள்கள் பழிச்சொல் சொல்லுவது அப்படிங்கிறத நான் பார்க்குறேன்.
They've been trying to destroy Judge Kavanaugh.
அது ஒரு திட்டமிட்ட ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது அசிங்கப்படுத்துகிற நிகழ்வாக தான் நம்ம அதை பார்க்க முடியுது.
Shouldn't happen to him. What he's going through 36 years ago this happened.
15 ஆண்டுகள் ஆயிருச்சு.
And a man's life is in tatters. A man's life is shattered.
என்னை கொன்னு அடக்கம் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் குற்றமற்றவன் நிரூபிச்சு எப்படி நான் உயிர் பெற்று வருவது?
His wife is shattered. His daughters who are beautiful, incredible young kids. They destroy people. They want to destroy people.
யாரையுமே பழி போட்டு அவருடைய என்ன சொல்றது அவருடைய தனிப்பண்பை தலைமை பண்பை சிதைச்சு விட்டுறலாம்.
I don't know if you saw the little press conference moment he gave outside the White House where he talked about men and he said, you know, it's a really scary time to be a man right now. Really scary time for men. Worst time ever to be a man. And then someone asked, you know, he said, you can be accused of something you didn't do and your life is over. That's it, your life is over. And then they asked him later, they said, what about women? What is it for them? And he was like, women are doing great.
ஒன்றும் இந்த மீட்டூங்கிற அமைப்பை நம்ம மொத்தமாக குறை சொல்லல.
It's like, women are doing great. And you know what I realized in that moment? Just looking at the sentiment and the message, he knows how to offer victimhood to people who have the least claim to it, which is a really powerful tool. Because you realize what he's doing in that moment is he's saying the real victims of the MeToo movement are men. They're the real victims. Someone can accuse you at any time and your life is over. They're the real victims. But I think people take for granted how powerful that message was. There are a lot of men who that message will connect with because that's a feeling that many men have. There's many men who will be afraid to admit it maybe, but there's many men who do have that feeling where they're like, yeah, I mean, this MeToo movement, it's gotten out of control. You know, at any time someone can come out and accuse me and I always go to people, I'm like, what do you mean it's gotten out of control? What does that mean? You know, and they'd be like, well, every week it's a new famous person has been accused and it's out of control. I'm like, we look through it. It's maybe what, 100 and something people? That's how many people have been Me-too'd. That's how many people have been held accountable. But 99.9% of men have not been accused. But they make it feel like it's a lot of people because then what they do is they create an idea that all men need to band together to stop this from happening because it could happen to you. That even myself, I have to combat the feeling that I as a man have because I go, what if I get falsely accused? And I go like, yeah, but you've been tricked. You're not going to get falsely accused. Like it's not happening as rampantly as people make it out to be. And men become the victims. And it's such a powerful tool to use. Because if you can convince men that they're the true victims of the MeToo movement, you get men to fight against the movement that's really about holding men who are doing bad things accountable as opposed to making all men scapegoats for something that they're not doing. I know that people will be like, but what about, I've seen men who've been falsely accused. And I go, yeah, but how many? Or let me ask it to you this way. How many men, percentage-wise, have been falsely accused of a sexual assault? And how many women have actually been sexually assaulted? You know what I mean? I'm willing to bet in this room as we sit here now, if I said to the men, how many have been accused of sexual assault, there'll probably be nobody in this room who has. But if I said to the women in this room, raise your hand if you've been catcalled or your ass has been grabbed or a guy's made a lewd comment at work or somebody has made you feel unsafe sexually in some way or you've actually been sexually assaulted, I regret to say that there would probably be many hands that would go up in the room. But we have now been told that the ratio is like, oh no, it's more men, men. But the truth is it's women. Women are the victims in this situation. It doesn't mean you got to be feeling sorry for women, but it's like, no, but the women are the victims and that's what we're trying to fix. People felt, because of Trump, like they were losing their country. They felt like America was losing. And feeling is oftentimes more powerful than what's actually happening. And that's a thing that I think people take for granted with Donald Trump. For me, it's his greatest gift, it's his greatest danger. And I'm heartbroken at what happens to Dr. Ford. Her life, her image, her as a human being has been trodden on and destroyed by the President of the United States as he goes from rally to rally, and people are like, yeah, it's a partisan thing. And you're like, well, kudos to you, Trump.